a lot, of course. And this girl would wait on him, and he said that she was so nice, and banks didn't pay much. And he asked Dolores, he said, would you think about going to work at McNeese? And she said, well, I hadn't thought about it, but I'll think about it. He said, well, if you want to go, let me know. I'd like to interview you for a job. So she did. She interviewed for the job, and she went to work there. And she was a great worker, very good, very nice. And she died. She was working, we went one time when he retired, and she said, y'all come see my office. I'm in a different office. So Lee and I went and looked at our office, and we said, how much longer are you going to work here at Dolores? And she said, well, I don't have nothing else to do. I just soon work. And a few years later, I don't know how many, she had a heart attack and died at work.
Oh, wow.
And the thing about it, when Lee and I, he knew the man at the nurse at the funeral home. And we went to somebody's funeral and saw him, and he said, I want y'all to come back and talk to me. Well, we couldn't figure out why. Well, what it was, the funeral homes were letting people buy a plot and make all the arrangements if they wanted and pay for it, and whenever they died, it didn't matter what it was costing, you paid what it was at that time.
Mm-hmm.
He said, this is something new and different. So we went, and we met with the girl, and she explained everything to us and told us what it would cost. And she said, and I don't know, remember, he said, what about a coffin? And she said, well, most people wait. He said, well, I wait. You know him. So she said, well, no, we can go back there. So we went back there, and there were coffins everywhere. And we started looking, and I picked out this one, something simple. I said, well, I know which one I want. And so he was looking, and he said, which one do you want? I said, this one. Oh, he said, I'll take that one. I said, well, you can look around, and maybe you'll like one better. No, I looked up, we're gonna both take the same one. I said, okay. So we did, and we paid, everything was paid for. We didn't have to pay it. When he and I went, he died, and we went, and we met with the girl, and those kids were with us. And she says, you're not here to pay anything. You're only here to know